Hi everyone! Welcome again to our webinar program. This is the 10th webinar of our webinar series 2019. The topic of our webinar today is interpersonal skills in the workplace. We are going to learn 3 talking points about interpersonal skills in the workplace, such as what are interpersonal skills? What are the types of interpersonal skills required at work? And how can you improve your interpersonal skills at work? Let's start. What are interpersonal skills? Interpersonal skills are behaviors and qualities we showcase when communicating with others. Even the rudimentary aspects of interaction, such as attitude towards others and body language, are important facets of an individual's interpersonal skills. Interpersonal skills are the skills required to effectively communicate, interact, and work with individuals and groups. Those with good interpersonal skills are strong verbal and non-verbal communicators and are often considered to be good with people. Simply put, interpersonal skills are people skills. Do interpersonal skills matter? Most of what we do in life requires interaction with other people. In order to be successful at work or have meaningful friendships, it's critical to be good at getting along with others. Interpersonal skills are considered a major indicator of success in the workplace because they enable us to communicate effectively with colleagues, help our team solve problems, and improve the general office mood. On the other side of the fence, a shortfall in interpersonal skills could lead to workplace conflict with colleagues and management. Within an organization, employees with good interpersonal skills are likely more productive than those with poor interpersonal skills because of their propensity to project a positive attitude and look for solutions to problems. Do teachers need interpersonal skills at work? Certainly. Teachers communicate with individuals and groups, such as students. The teacher must possess skills to understand students who may have family problems that affect their academic performance. She must possess skills to build a caring relationship with students regardless of color to maximize learning. A simple skill such as realizing the importance of learning students' names can go a long way towards making the teaching process run more smoothly and effectively. Parents. The teacher must possess skills to gently let the mother know that her son is failing algebra again, or comfort the mother who's crying because her daughter can't take the examination due to financial problem. When this happens, the teacher must possess the interpersonal skills necessary to avoid being drawn into an unproductive conflict and resolve or exit the situation gracefully. Colleagues. Teacher must understand that gossip and power struggles are everywhere. Dealing with a teaching colleague who is preoccupied with becoming department chair or a bossy administrative secretary can be challenging for a teacher with poor interpersonal skills. A teacher must be able to walk the fine line between advocating for their students' best interests and keeping the peace with her co-workers. And administration. The goals of a teacher and a principal are often at odds with one another. A teacher may believe a disruptive student needs to be suspended, while the principal is satisfied with sending him back to class after a stern talking to. Any teacher who attempts to deal with these and similar situations without effective interpersonal skills is likely to not only alienate the administration, but accomplish very little of what she sets out to do in the educational environment. Those are the four groups of people that teachers are interacting with as individuals or as groups. To reiterate, they are the students, parents, colleagues, and administration. With this in mind, we must know the interpersonal skills needed in the workplace. We'll proceed to the second talking point. What are the types of interpersonal skills required at work? I would like to share with you 8 types of interpersonal skills needed at work. These are verbal communication skills, non-verbal communication skills, listening skills, empathy skills, negotiation skills, problem-solving skills, decision-making skills, and assertion skills. Verbal communication skills. The verbal communication includes all the types of communication done using the words. It can either be a phone call, face-to-face talk, or the email. Effective verbal communication skills include more than just talking. Verbal communication encompasses both how you deliver messages and how you receive them. Communication is a soft skill, and it is one that is important to every employer. Verbal communication occurs in many different contexts, including training sessions, presentation groups, performance appraisals, one-on-one discussions, interviews, disciplinary sessions, and consulting engagements. Nonverbal communication skills. Nonverbal communication is the process of sending and receiving messages without using words, either spoken or written. Are you conscious about the nonverbal messages you are sending throughout the workday? These are some forms of nonverbal communication you are communicating throughout the workday. Eye contact, facial expressions, tone of voice, body language, posture, gestures, physical contact, such as shaking hands, touching an arm, pushing, and other ways you communicate without words. Non-verbal cues can either make relationships stronger or damage, depending on how the cues are used in the context of situation. For this type of communication, the presence of both the message sender and receiver at the same time is compulsory, as this type of communication only happens face to face. Listening skills. Listening is the ability to accurately receive and interpret messages in the communication process. Listening is key to all effective communication. Without the ability to listen effectively, messages are easily misunderstood, such as everyone has his own unique insights, experiences, and perspectives on different subjects. Active listening is listening beyond the words being spoken, understanding the message being communicated. During conversations, a lot of time the listener is thinking about how she's going to respond rather than concentrating on what the speaker is saying. By really listening, you can provide a more thoughtful answer that takes the speaker's thoughts and opinions into account. This will help people around you understand that you value and appreciate them. Effective listening is a skill that underpins all positive human relationships. Empathy skills. Empathy is the ability to express care and concern for others, placing yourself in the position of your colleagues and view the problem from their point of view will allow you to develop an understanding of the problem and help to find a solution. You can display empathy in a myriad of ways. For instance, you could be there to listen to a colleague who is having issues in the workplace, or step in to help a project when there is a problem. Empathy is an especially important trait that of the teacher, as it has been directly tied to fostering an emotionally supportive learning environment and reducing student misbehavior. Having empathy for others is a crucial part of relationship building in the workplace because it helps us take into account the thoughts, feelings, and needs of others. Empathy, along with active listening and strong communication skills, also is useful in terms of negotiation tactics. Negotiation skills. Negotiation is a back and forth communication designed to reach an agreement when you on the other side have some interests that are shared and others that are opposed. Lee Thompson refers to negotiation as an interpersonal decision-making process that is necessary whenever we cannot achieve our objectives single-handedly. Negotiation is not only the act of buying or selling goods, but any interaction in which two or more people engage in a discussion in an attempt to come to a shared agreement. Problem-solving skills. Problem-solving refers to the process of finding solutions to problems encountered at work. Solutions to these problems are usually situation or context specific. The process starts with problem finding and problem shaping, where the problem is discovered and simplified. Decision-making skills. Decision-making is the act of choosing between two or more courses of action. In the wider process of problem-solving, decision-making involves choosing between possible solutions to a problem. And assertion skills. Being assertive means being able to stand up for your own or other people's rights in a calm and positive way without being either aggressive or passively accepting wrong. When you apply for any role, you must consider the types of interpersonal skills you need. Next, do your best to match the required skills with examples from previous work and life experience. While interpersonal skills are often considered to be something that comes naturally, that you are either blessed with or not, The truth is that they can be learned. This moves us to the last talking point. How can you improve your interpersonal skills at work? I would like to share with you 10 ways to improve your interpersonal skills in the workplace. 1. Enhance verbal communication skills. 2. Enhance non-verbal communication skills. 3. Develop active listening skills. 4. Improve problem-solving skills. 5. Cultivate a positive outlook. 6. Control your emotions. 7. Acknowledge others' expertise. 8. Be assertive. 9. Practice empathy. And 10. Be appreciative. Enhance verbal communication skills. Verbal communication skills are important for the majority of occupations because they help you interact effectively and build rapport. There are 5 tips that I would like you to consider. First, tailor your speech to the audience by, for example, avoiding technical terminology. Second, ask questions to show your interest in what is being said. Third, match what you're saying with your voice and your body language. Fourth, reflect on what someone has said by summarizing and paraphrasing. And fifth, practice active listening. Enhance nonverbal communication skills. When communicating with others, your aim is to display open body language such as relaxed posture, maintaining eye contact, and crossed arms, nodding your head, smiling, and others. Closed body language should be avoided as it may be perceived as interested or even untrustworthy. For example, folding arms or legs, avoiding eye contact, shifting eyes, fidgeting, and others. Remember that the impression of others is roughly split by body, that is visual, 55%, voice, that is sound, 38%, words is content, 7%. So body language is significantly used to understand what is being said. Develop active listening skills. To develop active listening, you should practice the following. Whenever you have a conversation, a particularly work-related or instructional one, be mindful of what the other is saying. Pay attention. Give the speaker your complete attention rather than thinking about your response. Maintain eye contact with the speaker, nodding your head and repeating what he says in your own words. Don't interrupt or redirect the conversation. Provide a suitable response that is honest and polite. Repeat what the speaker says in your own words to ensure you understand. Clarify your understanding. You need to ensure that you understand what the speaker is saying without your judgments and beliefs. Show the speaker that you're listening and that you're interested. Body language is especially helpful for this. By showing that you're actually actively listening, you are fostering a better working relationship. Improve problem-solving skills. If there is a problem, learn how to keep looking and how to think outside of the box. Be a big picture thinker and take responsibility for mistakes when necessary. Focus all your energies towards figuring out a way to resolve a conflict rather than thinking how fast you can resolve it. Evaluate your options and employ the best solutions for a resolving conflict. Keep monitoring the success of your implemented solution. Cultivate a positive outlook. Teach yourself to be positive by reminding yourself every day of the good things about your life and your job. If you're upset about a personal matter, set those feelings aside until after work. And if you're stressed about a work issue, look for the positive in the situation and try to build on that. Control your emotions. Work isn't the place to be overly emotional. Whether you're extremely irritated, severely depressed, or ecstatically happy, take a deep breath and tone your emotions down. Always express yourself in a calm, patient manner. Acknowledge others' expertise. One of the best ways to build trust at work is to let your coworkers know you appreciate their expertise. Ask for their help on projects and give credit where credit is due. Be assertive. Be confident in your ability and opinions. And don't be afraid to express your needs as well as your limits. Practice empathy. Gain a well-rounded view of things by putting yourself in other people's shoes. This will help you develop empathy for others, which in turn goes a long way in finding solutions that work for all involved. And be appreciative. Be appreciative towards the people who work around you. This has two positive results. First, when you appreciate a helping hand or a work someone has finished excellently, you are taken to be someone who actually identifies the hard work and welcomes contributions. Second, you add up to the positivity around you, and by just saying a few words of appreciation, you add to the confidence of the other person as well as boost your own interpersonal skills. I have just presented to you the key points of our webinar session today as follows: the concept of interpersonal skills, the types of interpersonal skills required at work, and the ways to improve your interpersonal skills in the workplace. I hope you learned something from this webinar and you could apply it at work, in your family, and wherever you are. Thank you for joining us today.